students, welcome back to one more session of your grade 10 unit 2 NCERT syllabus. Right, so I have already uploaded a video for unit 1, that is chemical reactions and equations. And then I started with unit 2, that is acids, bases and salts. So basically these videos will be covering every word and every topic on every activity of NCERT grade 10. Here students, see, basically you've been introduced with chemistry in grade 9. For you it will be a little difficult, I understand. So we'll gradually go. First I'll teach you the concept, then we will see an activity which will be in the form of an animated video. So I've sat and designed the whole video also for you all. First would be the teaching part, next would be the animated part. Ma'am, what are you going to do in the animated part? Basically in the animated part I have picked up, basically your NCERT has different activities which are given in the blue box, isn't it? 2.1, activity 2.2. So every question whichever is asked in the exam will be asked from that box, remember that. So activities are very important in examination point of view. So I didn't take a chance also to leave, even if I have to say, I didn't even dare to leave one line of NCERT. So here I have already started, I've given the introduction of unit 2 lesson, and then I started with the physical properties of acids and bases in video 1, and or rather video 1 was introduction, video 2 was physical properties of acids and bases, video 3 was about, I've explained about what actually are, the indicator part of thing. I've explained the indicators, how are indicators. In that again there are 2-3 videos. One would be natural indicator, olfactory indicator, universal indicator. Right, now today I'll be doing the next video, that is video number 4. Done students? So 2 and 3 include indicator video which are kept in the playlist. Right, so again I'm repeating. First I'll be explaining you the concept. You understand the concept. I'll be telling you what questions will be asked from the concept. Then I'll be giving you, or a self-designed video will be there where I'll be attaching. Ma'am, what is the advantage of that video? Basically most of the schools do not have the chemistry lab for grade 10. You will not know what are the colors of the solutions. If I ask you what is the color of phenolphthalein, you will not know. What is the color of sodium hydroxide, you will not know. If I ask you what is the color of methyl orange, you will not know. So to make the lab part also easy for you all, I have designed the animated part and I've attached at the end of the video. Now let's start. So today the topic which I'm going to teach you is reactions of metals with acids. So basically whenever we are learning about metals, we should have two things in common, means understanding clearly. Metals are of two varieties. What are they? Basically there is certain, see in your classroom you have roll number wise, isn't it? According to the alphabetical order, A comes first, all the B names of the students come second, like that, 1 to 40, 1 to 30, like that, roll number wise you'll have. But in the same way there is certain series of the metals which are arranged, that is reactivity series. Okay, that we should know. So what is reactivity series? Basically, because the board is still here only, I have written in 2 boxes. Reactivity series is a series of metals where the metals are arranged according to their decreasing, means here this is the strongest and highly reactive metal, this is the least reactive. That means here when I see the reactivity series, it goes like this. Here the highly reactive metal will be there, here the least reactive metal will be there. In the center there is hydrogen which is taken as a standard. Once again, reactivity series is a series of metals where the metals are arranged according to their reactivity. Correct? Yes. In that, this would be highly reactive metal, this would be least reactive metal. In highly reactive metal, if I say potassium is a highly reactive metal, platinum is a least reactive metal. That is the reason, isn't it? Platinum are precious also, as well as they are inert, they will not form any compounds. That is why platinum is inert. Even if you wear platinum, we will not get any reaction on our hand. The same thing if you put acid on your hand, it will burn, isn't it? Yes. So once again, this is the reactivity series. Now remember, why did I take this? Reactivity series, potassium strong, highly reactive, all these till here. When it comes, means this whole series in the center, there will be hydrogen. Means here this hydrogen will come after this. So this is the lower. So copper is here, platinum is here. So here potassium, potassium, sodium, lithium, calcium, magnesium, aluminum, all these will come. Yes, students, done. So whenever I speak about metals, if somebody asks me, two concepts you can learn. You can say highly reactive metal will displace least reactive metals. Highly reactive metals will displace least reactive metals, but least reactive metals can't displace highly reactive. Ma'am, what is the statement? Can you prove it in the form of a reaction? I'll prove that also. Done. Now with this concept, I'm going to teach you this reaction. What is this reaction? Reaction of metals with acids. Done. For this, we are going to perform one activity in the lab, where the whole setup will be kept, where I'll be showing you in the form of an animated video also. Done. So in the exam, you have to remember metals. So which metal you have to take? All the highly reactive metal, anything you can take. Yes, students. Now I'm going to take zinc metal. Anything you can take? Yes, no problem. So zinc, I'm going to take highly reactive. So for me, metal plus acid. What does it give? Said metal plus acid will always give salt plus hydrogen gas. This you have to remember. Remember once again, metal plus acid gives me salt plus hydrogen gas once again. Now in this metal, which metal? You can pick up any of these metals, no problem. Basically, highly reactive metals are more preferred. Done. Now with this, I have to see what were the possibilities. Now when I say metal, I said I'm going to take zinc. Yes, students, zinc is a metal which I have taken. Then I have taken an acid HCl. Now I'm going to take dilute HCl in this. Okay, dilute HCl is taken. Now I said it's going to form salt. Just see, Zn and Cl, it becomes zinc chloride salt. Zinc chloride salt. What is left out? Hydrogen is one left out, which comes out in form of a gas. This is also okay. Then easy, we can balance it. Here hydrogen is 2, so hydrogen is 2. Chloride is 2, already 2. Zinc is balanced. This is over. Simple reaction. Salt plus metal plus acid gives me salt plus hydrogen gas. Ma'am, can I test it with one more acid? Let's see that. Suppose in the exam, remember, same metal, if they give it, little bit I'll write it here, students. Same metal, I'm writing instead of acid, because in chemistry there are n number of acids, weak acids and strong acids, correct? Suppose if I take nitric acid, this is where your examination question will be asked. Same thing. When you said, ma'am, metal plus acid gives me salt plus hydrogen gas, here also metal plus acid, this is nitric acid, this also should give me salt plus hydrogen gas. That is where the examiner questions you. Just see, the main role of nitric acid is, what is the magic here? Here HNO3, the speciality of HNO3 is an oxidizing agent. Ma'am, what is this oxidizing agent? I don't know the concept at all. Okay, so see how I'll make this HNO3 act as an oxidizing agent in this reaction. See, yes, students. Now zinc plus HNO3, as it says, it should give me a salt. So here zinc got added to chloride. Here same thing, zinc gets added to zinc nitrate. Yes. Right, I went to get my duster, so let me erase this part now. So what did I say? I said salt over. Now next thing, I should get normally hydrogen gas, but here see students, if we will get water. Ma'am, what is happening? This is the question. Here along with water, there is one more which we get, that is an oxide of nitrogen. It can be NO2, it can be N2O, or it can be NO. Now this is where it's the answer. Now see, nitric acid being an oxidizing agent means what it does, the hydrogen whatever was released, immediately it's going to add oxygen to it and convert it into water. So what is an oxidizing agent? Oxidizing agent will try or help in getting that particular element getting added to oxygen. It will add oxygen to that. Once again, come back. Zinc plus nitrate give me zinc nitrate. Hydrogen gas was forming, but because HNO3 is an oxidizing agent, it added oxygen to hydrogen, and it has become, from hydrogen it has become water. Along with that, till then it has not kept quiet. What happened? Further, this HNO3, this one is there, no? It has evolved in the form of oxides of nitrogen, different varieties, nitrogen dioxide, nitrous oxide, yeah, N2O, nitrous oxide, nitric oxide. So in that way, it's going to form 3 different products. So in the exam, when they ask you in the grade 10, what will they ask you? Yes, first question, which is the acid which does not release hydrogen gas when it reacts with the metal? What answer will you give? You will say HNO3 is an acid. Question number 2, what is the role of HNO3? You will answer, it is an oxidizing agent. Question number 3, what are the different oxides of nitrogen release? You will say NO2, N2O, NO. These 3 are the oxides of nitrogen. I will take out these lines for your clarity. Question number 4, which is a metal which reacts very fast along with the acids? All these you can take in the order. Question number 5, what are the salt or what is the gas which is released when acetic acid reacts with metal? Shall we see that? Yes. So I'll take out this again, everything for you all. And then now I have, what did we test? We tested with HCl. We tested with HNO3. We are going to test with acetic acid now. CH3COOH. Let us write that. Yes. Now again same thing. Zinc plus CH3COOH acetic acid. Yes, again I said this is going to break here. Zinc will combine with this. What product do we get? Write this CH3COO, put a bracket. Yes, now zinc element. So zinc acetate, or you can write it as, okay, I'll take this. Zinc acetate taken twice. The valency of zinc is 2, acetate is -1. Okay, done. So what is released now? Hydrogen gas is released. Simple. So that is the third reaction. HCl, hydrogen gas is released. HNO3, oxidizing agent, hydrogen gas is not released, but it will get converted to water and oxides of nitrogen. Acetic acid, salt plus hydrogen gas is released. Now let us come back and see the activity which is related to this, which is given in your NCERT in the form of an animation.